It's been about a week. I apologize. I didn't think it'd be that long. But you know, Sarah Paulson had other plans, so we took a little break. But I am back, and tonight I am planning on doing a full run for the Zodiac. So we're going, I always go in order. Yeah, maybe I have OCD, but also it just makes the most sense that way. But I like to start with whatever season it is because it only seems fair. And if you want to watch the whole thing, you can sort of think of it as a timeline for yourself or as a year ahead reading from whatever point I'm starting at. In this case, Aquarius. So, that being said, I'm going to see if anyone wants to shuffle in. The reason I'm doing this is so I can put it up on YouTube where I usually do individual videos for the zodiac signs, but this way I can just timestamp that shit. So if you're watching the replay and you'd rather just watch your own sign, you can go to the YouTube and just click the time, you know what I mean? So it's all good. That is if I can, I think I can download it. I haven't tried it. I'm a learn as you go kind, okay? So I'm going to do just a little sound bath for us, see if anybody will shuffle in, and then I will be getting started with the Thoth Deck. So, that is so lovely. That's nice. That's very nice. Very good. Thank you, Crystal Pyramid. I'm just gonna put it away, honestly. I feel like I don't usually. I feel like this is so revealing. You know what? Because during aqua season, my aqua moon has nothing to hide. Right? That's going to be a big theme for the next few weeks, and I do think that's why Valentine's Day is so particularly placed in February. Was so interesting. You know what? Let's save it for Valentine's Day. I'm not going to go on that tangent right now. Tune in for the Valentine's Day special, February 14th-ish. No guarantees, but sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Okay, I also do want to get redemption for my pendulums. This shit was not fair. I am going to wait until Mercury is no longer in retrograde, which won't be for a few more weeks, but that was just so not right. Not a few more weeks. I think it ends February 3rd. I guess it's a week. We'll get back to the pendulums eventually, and they will prove themselves. They do know what they're talking about. It was just kind of an odd happenstance, if you will. So, just thought of the oddest thing, but I'm all about balance. Because I'm wearing my hair up, I don't have anything on my wrist. Again, it's sort of like, I feel like there's a common misconception that Aquariuses are detached from their emotions. And I've probably said this before, and I will definitely say it again. They are detached from your emotions. Aquariuses feel their emotions very deeply. They just don't care as much or resonate with yours, other people's, you know. So just want to point that out. This is a good time to reflect because of the retrogrades that are still going on, yeah. But also because it's Aquarius season, innovation, new ideas, fresh wave. We're in the dead of winter and it's like a fucking light one off in the cave kind of vibes. Like that's Aquarius season. It invigorates me, but that's also my moon and Lilith. So it's just like it's like the tunnel of my own energy moving through me is just in Aquarius. So I feel that shit deeply, but that's why I'm hype as fuck, ready to go. So let's do the zodiac reading, shall we? Starting with Aquarius, because it's Aquarius season. It's their birthday. They deserve to go first. From there, I will continue to go in order. So it'll be Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Sometimes I gotta say it out loud or remember what I'm doing. I've skipped before when I'm doing my videos, so if I do skip anyone, I'll go back for them. Not a big deal at all. Of course, by the time I start shuffling cards, my incense goes out. No smoke. We're not blowing smoke. So what I'm going to do, I think, just because I have yet to do like a stream of all 12 zodiacs. I've done like all signs before, but this is going to be a little more in-depth. I might get everyone's cards first. Also because I don't want this to be too long, because I know people prefer to be almost personally engaged with the cards, so I don't want to spend too much time doing it, but I want everybody to get kind of a fair cut of it, if you will, instead of taking time in between to do shuffling and whatnot. I think we're just going to pull all 12 up front. I think it works best that way. And we know the order we're going in. That's why I got to say that shit out loud. Aquarius to Capricorn. Okay, because that's the time of year. And yeah. I don't know if we've got... Is there a Libra watching me right now? I think that might be all the cards I have. I don't know how many there are. So I'm just going to lay them out. And then if I need more, I'll get more. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. Are you a Virgo? Just kidding. But Hermit mode. Aquarius season is all about thinking, feeling. Kind of, it's almost like staying home. You know, Pisces is more of a party season. It's like winter is ending. It's the end of the year, right? The zodiac year. So it's just kind of like it's New Year's vibes, and it's a celebration and being thankful, and I don't know. But Aquarius season's more about staying home, I think. I don't know how I'm fit fucking 12. Fucking the fuck was I thinking? We'll do 6 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll shuffle again. Because I ain't gonna, like I said, I'm not about to sit here and take shuffle breaks because the cards are too picky. I have to do it boom, 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 ba-dum, boom. And I'll be fair. Even though they're uneven. We're gonna just be fair. And we're gonna pull what's needed. I don't really know what I do in a moment, but I'm aware that everything I do every second adds up to being the time of my life. What was that beautiful thing I just said? I fucking love when poetry falls out of my mouth unexpectedly. I love it. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands, Strength. Fire energy. Top of the deck, Queen of Cups, water energy. Fire and water, going back to that divine masculine, divine feminine. If you feel like watching all the signs, you can always, I've said this earlier, but you can think of it as your own timeline and go through the months. Or think of people in your life that you can sign each reading, kind of. So like cross-watching is what you would call it. And these two, we're going to keep these two as collective. 10 of Wands, oppression, and the Hermit, Virgo. Everything is weighing on you too heavily, and you must remove yourself from it in order to put it back together. That's what I'll say. There's a lot bogging you down emotionally, especially if you're Virgo. And it's funny because we will get to Virgo for this, right? Virgo's number 6. No, we're not going in that order. We're going in Aquarius order. So we got Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer up first. So, like I said, shout out to Virgo, bit of Virgo energy, but it's really focused on this 10 of Wands here, this kind of like mental capacity being completely full and ready to just about burst, but looking within for the answers and the solutions on how to sort of handle that type of feeling. I'm sorry, I really do want to light some incense. I feel like this is going to take a while. And if I have this timestamps, I don't really feel bad wasting time. If you are watching, thank you, but you can skip ahead if you're rewatching, right? So, sorry, I'm taking the time to light some precious Shandan. I don't know how to say it, and I always forget to figure things out before I say them out loud. I'm not one for looking things up necessarily, but I will always stand to be corrected. And I realize that I'm going to have to plug my laptop in. It'll probably be dying, and I'll be like, oh shit. I was like, ready, but not ready for this. You know what I mean? Anyways. Okay. Oh, so nice. That smell. I have no idea what it is. Aquarius. We've got 7 of Wands. Valor. Basically putting on your bravest face and moving forward. Maybe, as I mentioned earlier, even though Aquarius is very attached to their own feelings, maybe this is about facing others. Maybe some of the feelings that you have caused other people to feel even. It's basically your own reckoning, but also doing it courageously and with your own accord, essentially. Ace of Wands, again, you know how you feel. You know where you're at. You know you've got your sign under control. But it's time to face reality in that you hurt people, you know? So you've got this. It's not going to change really anything. Ace of Discs here. You go from the Ace of Wands to the Ace of Discs. So like emotions in check and bags secured. I mean, there's not really much question. Again, it's about just being brave and facing it head on. But what's the delay, so to speak? The delay, I would say, would be this face down, right? Because whatever is face down, whatever's face down is what needs to come to the surface, and whatever's face up is just really what's obvious. So kind of what you're not seeing about the situation, Aquarius, is Knight of Wands. Somebody has very strong feelings for you, especially if we're going with the DF-DM situation, because, of course, we had fire and water show up. We had the Queen of Cups at the top, and now we're seeing the Knight of Wands, her complement. See, I fucking knew my computer was going to die. Sorry, Aquarius season and retrograde, this is what we get. 4 Cups, though, luxury. This man with feelings for you can definitely take care of you. And I use the term man very broadly and lightly because, again, we're going with the narrative of divine femme and divine mask. Okay, so it's not really about man and woman, and we're not straight here. I don't know where you thought you were, but we're not straight here. So it's not gendered necessarily when I say things like this man. It's this knight, Anyone can be a knight. But hey, yeah, I know. Like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do this? Because I'm a freaking goofball. Sometimes I just, get a little ahead of myself. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? This is Mercury in retrograde going as best as it possibly can for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who this Shelly Melly is, but just to remind me that I'm an icon. It's just such a kind thing to do for my Aquarius moon right now. Anyways, yeah, so I would give him a chance, stand your ground, realize that maybe you fucked up in the past, maybe you're coming around feeling something else, but Aquarius, you have a very passionate offer here, and I think you know about it, and I think you should go for it. I think it'll provide for you what you really desire. So I think for each pile, I'm going to just like 7. It's almost like if you don't take them up, you're in trouble. 7 of discs, failure, that's a financial thing. There is something either tied up in work or like bills are strapped and someone's offering you like, not necessarily cash, but you get what I'm saying? Like they got you emotionally, but they can really truly provide for you. And without them, you will be struggling a bit, but you could be sitting pretty right in the chariot. If you are dealing with a Cancer, Aquarius, especially for you, but smooth sailing when you take this offer from this person. All right, we'll do 1. We'll do 3. Death. Okay, so Scorpio, double water energy here, going from chariot to death, Cancer, Scorpio, plus the Queen of Cups, right? Just saying. New beginnings, right? I feel like death can mean the end of things, and that's the thing. It could be the end of your struggles. It could be the end of your financial pitfalls, by accepting this offer of love from someone who can really kind of like help, You deserve that, Aquarius. You deserve that. And they know you deserve that. That's what they love about you, okay? Whew. Love it. All right. Pisces, moving right on to Pisces. Top coat, we got the Fool, and I love that for you, Pisces. Again, Pisces is the end of the year. This is like our New Year's Eve, right, in the Zodiac, and it's so much fun. I love Pisces season. A little bit of fuck around, find out, a little bit of up and down, okay? Embrace that energy about yourselves, right? I am... Aquarius moon with just a little splash of Pisces to it. I'm not going to get into detail, but I can tell I have a flair about me. It's so dreamy, right? Everybody says, oh, I'm like, I don't get it. And then it's like, you're close. I think you do. It's like, damn, okay, good point. So embrace that. Embrace that bewilderment about you. Embrace the unknown, even. The Fool's all about new things happening, new journeys unfolding, and Pisces, it's all here for you, right? Just go for it. If you've got an opportunity, if there's like a place or a thing that you've been wanting to do, now's a great time to do it, especially if you don't really have anything going on. And I know that some people get very insecure about not having shit going on, but embrace it. Just realize that you can do anything. Anything you ever wanted to do, Pisces, you can just do now. Crazy to think, right? Crazy to think. So this is a great time to go for it. 4 of Swords, truce, okay? I keep wanting to say make peace with it. But this is more like making an agreement kind of energy. Like the truce is more of a treaty, whereas peace is up here on its side, where I figured we're doing 2 sets of 6, right? So that's all that is in this reading, but I just wanted to point out that you didn't get peace, you got truce. This is about coming to terms with things. And it could even be as simple as like, you don't really embrace change like everybody thinks you do. Like for being immutable, not super adaptable for someone who's constantly swimming around, Pisces. What's that about? You know what I mean? It's like you got to come to terms with the fact that you are always going to be on a journey. Everyone is. some people have this fucking chariot and stable rides, but you know, it's a journey either way. Whether you're on foot or through waters and rain, like, it's your journey, okay? So if you gotta fake it till you make it, then do that. This is a magis. This is literally fake magic. And I'm not saying that you're fake magic, but I'm saying big fake it till you make it vibes. If you're not loving this journey, you need to just come to terms with the fact that this is the fucking ship you're on and it is sailing. Okay? And the sooner you come to terms with it, the sooner this magic will feel more real. And like, who the hell cares if there's judgment? It's funny because I didn't know what that was, but I didn't realize it was the upside down card. Who cares if people judge you? You're judgmental. And that's not even a bad thing. I did a 50-minute long podcast that no one wants to hear me talk for 50 minutes straight for as much as people want to listen to me talk. And all about judgment being a great thing. So when I say, who cares, you're judgmental, let them judge you, that's a good thing. That means everybody's doing what they need to do to make sure that they're staying in a comfortable, safe environment and protecting themselves along the way. Embrace it. Don't deny it. You know, don't sit here and fucking judge the fuck out of everyone and everything and then be like, I'm so open-minded, I don't judge. Just admit that you do, because it's not a bad thing, and move forward properly, you know? Coming to terms with all these things, you know, and it could even be that you've been faking it and you're worried that if people knew what was really going on, they would judge you. But again, you judge. So 6 of Swords, science, it all kind of works out. It helps embrace who you really are in a sense. But then also 8 of Cups, indolence. So maybe getting kind of like too comfortable could be a problem. I feel like indolence is not necessarily indulgence, but it does feel like that, doesn't it? Indolence is such a beautiful word. I'm pretty sure it's just like loneliness. No, laziness. So it is kind of like indulgence. But careful on doing a little too much, Pisces. So careful with that. We'll give you 3, like we said. Empress energy could be a Taurus in your life, but also could be you rising up to the challenge, you getting your DF, you know, finally, anything like that. Coming into your own, building empires, business, whatever. 6 of this, success. Again, when you realize you gotta just embrace who you are and embrace the fact that you don't know what the fuck you're doing, it'll start working out for you, Pisces. We all kind of know you don't know what. You know what I mean? And you don't want to accept help from anybody because you're too judgmental of everyone else's life to admit, right? That's like the vibe. But sooner you realize, hey, I actually can do whatever the fuck I want, the sooner things will just start working out for you. Massive fucking changes. Finally seated at the table that you want to eat at. Watch how quick it changes when you just accept who you are. And learn how to cooperate, collaborate. Corroborate, is that something different? And be you. Okay? Yeah. Snaps for Pisces. You don't want it to get to an NDE. Pisces. All right, so back to the year Aries. We have the 2 of Wands, Dominion. Okay, so it could be a living situation. It could be a partnership. It could be a relationship, love. It could honestly could be an ex. Any of those things too. I always kind of like take note when there is an ex formed because it could be 10, but you know, and it's funny because I feel like this year is the 10-year reunion, and for me that particularly does fall with the new zodiac year, which is Aries. But it could be like a living situation. And then we have the Hierophant. Okay, so what's funny to me is the Hierophant is Taurus, but honestly the Empress is Taurus. I don't want to go there right now. And I think Aries has a lot more Hierophant energy than the Taurus does. You know, the Aries is more easily provoked than a Taurus, even though once a Taurus is provoked, there's no going back, right? But I think Aries and Taurus should be the Emperor and the Empress. rather than the Hierophant, but they both have this Hierophant energy. And it's silly. My deck's going to be different. So, could be something blooming, budding, feelings growing. The Hierophant is a bit stuck in the ways of the old. It's not necessarily that the Hierophant prioritizes in a sense of my way or the highway. It's more in the sense of how to say, ritual, routine, what's the word that I'm looking for, sabotaging even my own brain. Tradition. About tradition. It's not even their own way with the Hierophant. It's like, this is the way that it's supposed to be, okay? But once you kind of, okay, so you might be in some sort of living or domestic situation, whether it's romantic or not, and you kind of are like, well, that's just how it's done. This is just how, it's kind of time to realize that there's maybe more feelings involved than you are recognizing when you are holding that belief. There's like a little more depth to it than you are really seeing, okay? I don't know if that's really expressing the way, oh my God, I'm not wearing earrings. What the fuck? That means somebody's got to hear something loud and clearly, and I'm going to say you, Aries, because I was going to tug on my ear, and that's how I realized that I didn't put earrings on. Right? We got to, it's like nothing is, you are hearing correct. You are hearing correctly, okay? One wants nothing to do with you, the other wants you, kind of. Like, if you have a feeling about something, you are correct. You're getting messages, like, audibly, rather than, like, a visual sign, it's almost like a thought passing through the head, or sometimes, things will sync. And it's a yes. Like, if some audio triggered a thought, then yes. Like, you got the message. And you're not sure how you're feeling because you're so caught up in, like, the way that it should be and the way that people are supposed to do things and whatnot. Like, you gotta get over that. Because what is it blocking you from? Okay? Your face down cards is what needs to come to surface. Your face up cards are what are on the surface. What do you need to kind of come down from? Oh, come down. That's not what I meant. Oh, you make my love come down. Baby, go all the way down. Oh, you make my love. Okay. So again, if that's like that song, then like you have your answer. But for some reason there's a hesitation or a confused feeling, Four of discs power. It's either like you want more or you already have what you want kind of thing. Again, with the Hierophant, it's like, but I got, and it's like, cool, you're feeling secure, but in order to kind of lock it in, you have to you either have to attain this or narrow it down to this. So if you don't have what you want, you need to work up to it, and it's about balancing these four things, okay? It could be 4 streams of income. It could be 4 people. It could be, 4, like, wealth, family, work, hobbies or something. Money, drugs, bitches, liquor, or whatever, okay? Once you figure out what those are gonna be, okay, you can kind of get back on your feet. But until you really make those decisions or decide what those things are, because again, you either need to be adding on or taking away some. It just depends on how much you have on your plate right now, where it's like, okay, I'm ready to take on this next thing, or you know what, I need to stop doing that, right? And Ace of Swords, picking and choosing your battles. You know where to make the cuts. You know where to put your effort into. I think you're good, honestly. No, I didn't. I mean, maybe I got hacked, but no, I didn't. Picking and choosing your battles, okay? And just knowing where to go. and what to put your effort into. So we'll get your 3. We'll get your 3. I picked up 2, but we're going to honor 3. And we've got 9 of discs gain. Making these cuts, making these focuses, right? That's really going to be how you find your power. Okay? And we've got 9 of swords, cruelty. Okay, so we got double 9s, and we do love an angel number, but you got discs and swords, so it's not even like fire for you, Aries. A little bit worrisome. It's cool that we got the double, but the 9 of swords, cruelty, is not necessarily a good thing. Okay, lots of self-inflicted wounds, torture, all that. And Princess of Swords, cutting that shit off, right? It's almost like if you have to reduce the things on your plate, whatever it is, it's like you know what benefits you and you know what is no longer benefiting you, and maybe even to the point where it's hurting you, okay? And then we have the Princess of Swords is just to kind of be like trimming the fat and cutting it loose, setting it free, and finally being done with it. Being done with that, kind of taking it upon yourself and even hurting yourself in a way. Okay. All right. Moving on to Taurus. All right. Taurus. You can watch the replay. It explains what I'm doing if you missed it. Hence why I am staying focused. Cool. So, Taurus, we are starting with the moon, which is Pisces energy. And it's funny because Pisces got the Empress. So, if there's a Pisces dealing with a Taurus and a Taurus dealing with a Pisces, whether or not you're cross-watching, it's kind of like confirmation either way, right? Pisces showing up on the mind. But also the moon, right? So it could be about moon cycles. It could be about manifestations. It could be about maybe some dark times. And of course, dark times don't have to be bad times. They can be very creative times. They can be very rejuvenating times, very relaxing times. So we do love to see the moon. But if there's a Pisces, so what is it that you want, Taurus? What are you focused on? What are you thinking about? You already know what you're thinking about. You kind of already made a decision, and you realize it's fucking absolutely pointless. It is futile. It is no good. It is not worth effort. Because this twin flame energy is here. This divine union, okay, divine femme, divine mask coming together as one. Aleister Crowley original. Whether or not that is the same kind of like, it's almost like trying to manifest love, but there's no need because you already know who your person is, or like deciding what to do even about the Pisces, right? But like there's no point in like trying to change what it is because this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it can really go either way. But whichever way it goes, you have to figure it out quickly. 8 of Wands, right? Swiftness. You better figure it out quick. You better go for it. If you want something, you got to go for it. I don't know if that's my aqua in me or if that's really the energy, but go for it because, yeah, we're reaching the end of cuffing season, quite frankly. So if you want something, you better get it. And you better act fast. And you better act passionately. And you better say how you're feeling above anything, Taurus. I know that one's pretty tough. But you better speak your goddamn mind. We got Queen of Discs, right? So she's holding it down, but she's looking towards the future or the past, depending on how you look at it. I personally think she's looking at this offer of love and wondering what the fuck her move is going to be, right? I almost feel like it could be 3. One is pointless, one is divine, and one is moving too fast, even, something like that. So it could be a decision, really. And it doesn't have to be romantic, necessarily. It can be, like, different situations in your life, but this one is definitely love, okay? Six of Cups, pleasure. I say do it all, Taurus. I say do it all. Do it all. I mean, do it all. Do it all. Whether it's, I'm not saying people necessarily, but just do the most. Put yourself first. That yonic energy for the feminine earth of Taurus, Empress, pleasure. It's about you, okay? It's about you, okay? Put yourself first, Taurus. Do what you want. Do it all. Get everything that you desire. It's our time, even though it's Aqua season. By the time Taurus season rolls around, we're going to have all the shit that we've been patiently waiting for, working towards, and kind of wanting within us. And these long-term plans or manifestations that we've put in, we've done the work. Here comes the mother load, if you will. So just indulge yourself. Pisces is a little too indulgent, but you need to indulge more. So maybe y'all can figure your cups out. You got 8 and 6, maybe meet at a 7 or whatever. So just do it, Taurus. Let's get your 3. Did you see? I was not peeking. Prince of Wands. So a little bit of emotional immaturity showing up. Could be like a surprise or something, but a little bit of fuckboy status. So if you are dealing with 3 people, chill out. When I say do all the things, am thinking it's not just about that. Get into fuckboy territory here, so chill out, Taurus. But at the same time, growing emotionally from realizing what it is that you want, and for finally seeing yourself in a new way where you can kind of sit back and come to terms with like, hey, I've got a lot of growing to do. Like I have a lot of room to explore these feelings and passions, and maybe, I'm still working on getting the reins back for some of the emotions that I'm feeling, right? Knight of Cups. Oh my God, that sounds like, this is almost kind of like baby daddy energy, I'm not gonna lie. Some other Taurus. But Knight of Cups, so water again. If there is a Pisces, because the moon was in the beginning, maybe they need to do some emotional growing, but also like stepping up and being very fulfilling, having that paternal kind of instinct, even if not an actual familial situation. But also because earth and water are both femme, right? It could be role reversal with the knight. Just saying. So it's just the universe. I mean, it all works out. It all works out exactly how it's supposed to. So don't even trip. That's the thing, Taurus. You're good. You're done. You put your request in. Now just kick back and keep doing as you're doing. No need to sweat. No need to think. It's all coming to you. And you don't even have to pick. You just get to have it all, actually. So have fun. Be safe. Be responsible. And love yourself. That's what I got for you, for real, Taurus. Rah. Gemini. Yeah, Gemini. Gemini. We have 9 of Cups, happiness, right on top. So you got it all. You've got the right mindset. You've got this fresh perspective. You're like really feeling it. You're vibing right now, Gemini. Like, fabulous job. Fabulous energy here. We love to see you happy, Gemini, because an unhappy Gemini looks like the Riddler or something. So that's great. It's really a state of mind, okay? And I think even if you're making the best of what you've got, you are surely doing that. So kudos, hats off, etc. I have the 4 of Wands here. Completion. I don't know why I was thinking compilation. Compilation. It's completion. I know these cards. I know what they say. But just now I was thinking compilation over completion, and I had to double check what the word was. That was interesting. 4 Wands, completion. A cycle is ending. It could be you have found your happiness, and the cycle that's ending is like you're locked in. This is your happy phase. Like you finally got there. The mission is completed in that sense. But of course, the priestess, you know. you know? You know. But you're happy no matter what. You've broken through. You are on the next level. Especially if the number 4 is significant to you. You have achieved a new status, Gemini, right? I really like this. This does kind of give me a little bit of Gemini energy in a sense, because it's the priestess. It's number 2. Gemini is the twins. I feel like knowledge is associated with swords. Swords is air. Gemini's air. I really like that for you, Gemini, the priestess. It's like, you've unlocked the code almost. Like, okay, yeah, I've been watching The Matrix, but like, you're onto something here, Gemini. What is it that's coming towards you that you have no idea yet? Ooh, Princess of Cups. So could be a challenge to your perspective. Despite the fact that I just said you were locked in, I feel like something's going to come along and challenge the way that you view things. I feel like you're going to be moving backwards. I am avoiding admitting that the Princess of Cups could definitely be a child or pregnancy for personal reasons, but at the same time, Gemini, if you are wanting, I could see that happening easily for you, or realizing maybe that's what you want, but also, again, seeing things for what it's worth and maybe starting over. It's like I'm getting a little bit of a sleepiness right now, Gemini. A little bit of a sleepiness and a sense of it could be a channeled message coming through, but I'm not really going to spend too much time on it. Art. So it could be a Sagittarius. Changes your mind or helps shift your perspective, or even holds you back in a sense. But it could also be taking a break in Temperance, or it's moving towards creation and your art. So this child, so to speak, doesn't have to be necessarily a human baby for you to be birthing something amazing, especially if you're an artist, okay? So if you've been working on an album, it's time to drop that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of energy. Let's get your 3. Okay, yeah, I get it. Well, all right. You know what? That's a lot. I don't really feel like that's fair. You want me to switch them? That's fine. They can have those. You can have these. I will honor that because it worked out perfectly. This one first, you got it. 5 of Swords, defeat. Okay, so balance. I would just call that balance, especially for you, Gemini. It's 42 when I said that. So it's just balance. It's not really about defeat in the sense of like winning or losing. It's literally like you are swords and you are finding middle ground. You are figuring out how to manage these things. Like, it's in the middle, but that's where you need to be instead of sliding from end to end. So that's a very good thing for you, Gemini. Couldn't see at that time. 10 of Cups, satiety. You end up with everything you want. You're starting with the 9 of Cups, and you're practically ending with the 10 of Cups. And per request, remember I said channeled message, and then I picked the 3 cards under those 3 cards. That's so bizarre to me. I love that for you, Gemini. You're really coming into your own. I think there's no other way to describe it. You're really coming into your own. And then we have lust, all right? So it could be a Leo. It could be a Leo. It could be a Leo placement, but it could also be Leo season, where that's when you really start to see everything come to you or as you imagine it, and can also just be like being obsessive or having an obsession too. But I'm seeing it really as like not just self-love, but this energy of fulfillment for sure. And it's radiating. It's beautiful. So I would lean into it. It's everything that you'd ever want and then some. It's like satiety itself is everything you want and then some, and then to put lust on top of it is just like adding extra to that. It's like obscene amounts of goodness for you. So just trust it. And also, okay, there's like this card, the 4th one down, where like the top 3 are gonna go for the Cancer, but I feel like this one should be Gemini's too. 5 of Discs, worry, but also balance. It's about balance. It's about not being so polarized, not being so extreme, not feeling like you have to be one full energy or the other. It's that balance, reiterating. Could be time where, okay, be careful with your spending because you don't you might break even on something, but that doesn't necessarily make you comfortable. So slow down on the spending. Last minute little warning. Maybe that's the thing. I had to pull it out and say, hey, before that ego get too big. Everybody's got their flaws, right? Watch your spending. Everything else is going really good for you, Gemini, but okay. Love you, love, 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 love. I'll give you a... So we've got Cancer. It's going to be the last one. And then I think what I'm going to do is probably cut this, go, and then come back. So we've got Two of Cups for you, Cancer. Are you feeling in love, Cancer? Two of Cups. Very beautiful. The Union, of course. Love, 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 love that for you. I do. We have the Magician. Okay, so it's like a love that you manifested. If you are not feeling like you're in love, you're in luck, because your love is on the way, Cancer. Like, that is 100 like happening. Love that for you. You are manifesting something really special, really great for you, I think. That is just really beautiful. We have the Wheel of Fortune, things turning in your favor. Like I said, if you're not already in love, it's coming up quick on you, Cancer. And I think you know who it is. So if you're kind of like wondering how someone feels about you, or if this is going anywhere, the answer is absolutely yes, no doubt in my mind. This is so all for you. This is real. I know it's kind of hard to believe, because it's like everything you ever wanted, and it's like almost scary to accept that. But Cancer, sweetie, come on. Oh my God, I love that. And Princess of Discs, now is a great time to make investments. Now is a great time to plant the seeds and be prepared for harvesting later in the year. Could be some earth energy, but really it's the beginning of something and the first steps towards something. I'm about to sneeze. I don't know what that is, but Cancer, blessings. Queen of Swords, air energy, stepping up, and I'm not going to lie, you have a little bit of self-sabotage going on here, Cancer, but it would be a sore, poor mistake for you to sabotage what you have currently. I will say that. This is not a good time for sabotage. This is the real deal. This is legitimately everything that you want. And I'm seeing this is very much you sabotage. It could be a third party trying to come in and sabotage, but they will find the reckoning. Whoever the sabotager is, whether it's you or someone else, will find the reckoning. Okay? You will Tower moment, whoever it is. I don't want to put the Queen of Swords on you because it's air, and, you know, air is swords. I don't know, it's very opposite to water, but the queen aspect of it is femme-like water. So could be you kind of, again, self-sabotaging. The queen energy is like absolute final, about to fuck shit up, and the Tower being like, yeah, you definitely did. And it's like, at what cost? To yourself, to your love in life. And you know, just because an offer seems too good to be true doesn't really mean that it is. Okay. Could be an outside source sabotaging. I'll give you that. We've got the Devil. So you might be dealing with someone who is very possessive, or you yourself is very possessive, and that is kind of what ruins things, or it freaks you out to see a possessive quality in someone. Maybe it could be past relationships, but also, again, it could be kind of like addiction. It could be a lack of self-control, whether that's coming from you or them, or the third party. It could be a Capricorn, if you're dealing with a Capricorn who is sabotaging, whether you know it or not. Hanged Man. There's a lot of dedication and a lot of loyalty and a lot of love. But with that comes martyring. So you have to be careful you're not sabotaging or even sacrificing yourself, okay? So you better be questioning what exactly you have attached to you as well, okay? Prince of Cups. Could be a new beginning, could be the birth of something, it could be an actual child. But it could also be a regression in the state of mind that you're in, Cancer. So, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, I just didn't even take a breath for like 50 minutes straight. So I think what I'm going to do is gather them up, shuffle them up, and get on with the second half. But I'm going to take a minute. I'm just going to end this stream and start a new one, do 2 separate videos. Maybe I'll just do yeah, I think that's probably the best plan. So I hope you enjoyed hearing that, and please tune in for Leo through Capricorn next. I can't decide I'm going to leave those. So yeah, I'll be right back. And thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.